host of the Gridiron.
Now this one here, Aaron Rodgers, 81. Anybody? Timothy, what do you think? Should we take Aaron Rodgers, Timothy? Nah. Hey, Balake, what do you think about Aaron Rodgers, huh? No, Balake, no. Hey, D-Nice, what do you think? D-Nice, what do you think about Aaron Rodgers, huh? Nah, me neither. I've seen there's a couple articles here talking about Giants signing Aaron Rodgers, and I'm like, nah, absolutely not. They just absolutely not. I mean, what he was doing with the Jets, I mean, did he set the world on fire last with the Jets? I mean, even he had Wilson, he got Adams in there, and it's like, so there's always something wrong. There's always he's been, it's like, I don't know, the past like 4 or 5 years, 6 years, whatever it was. When he was with the Packers at the end of the season. Are you coming back? I don't know. I have to think about it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think. I mean, then he play a year, and then he at the end of that next season, he's like, "We gonna play?" I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's like it's always drama, always something going on, and then he goes on all these not talk shows, but podcasts and stuff like that. And I absolutely not. There's no way. I would, absolutely not. And the thing is, too, hey, 4-time MVP, wants to get paid. I get it, right? But the amount of money you'd probably have to pay the guy, I mean, probably at least $40 million. I'm thinking, he's at the end of his career, but I mean. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It seems like anything, it's like nothing's ever his fault. I mean, he just, it's almost like a soap opera. Wherever he goes, it's almost like a soap opera. And, well, let's see. I mean, this is once again here. I mean, I don't know. The Giants are linked to the 4-time MVP quarterback in a blockbuster trade idea. I mean, who the heck comes up with this crap? Giants front office may be feeling a large dose of pressure entering the 2025 offseason as they fight to save their jobs. The main objective for general manager Joe Schoen, fresh off the disastrous 3-14 season, is to find a new direction at the quarterback position. While that's easier said than done, the depth chart is non-existent. Daniel Jones was cut midseason in the middle of a $160 million deal. Drew Lock and Tim Boyle are free agents. Tommy Chicken Cutler Parmesan is an exclusive rights free agent, so it's likely that he returns unless the Giants, don't tender him to an offer. If the Giants tender him an offer, he has to accept it. So, to me, it just wouldn't make any sense for the Giants not to tender Tommy Chicken Cutler Parmesan. Absolutely not. I mean, it would make no sense not to. This would be, it was at least his third year with the team. I mean, he knows the offense like the back of his hand. And if he's like maybe a third stringer or something, I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. And, he would be on the cheap for sure. The majority believes the Giants will try to use the number 3 overall pick, right, to grab either maybe Ward or Sanders. However, a new wrinkle has been added into the mix. New York Jets reportedly are moving on from Aaron Rodgers, hoping to find a new home in a trade. Giants were named as a potential landing spot for Rodgers. Rodgers could keep playing games at MetLife Stadium should the Giants prefer not to draft Cam or Shedeur Sanders early in the first round. Rodgers could work well with Brian Dable because of his strong arm and mobility, plus young offensive skill players like Malik Neighbors, Tyrone Tracy, and Theo Johnson. What a wild ride that would be if the Giants decided to go at Rodgers rather than attempting to land. Despite his Hall of Fame resume, Rodgers isn't the same quarterback he used to be as he enters age 41. He struggled to produce at a high level despite working with some strong weapons, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, and Breece Hall. In the season after tearing his Achilles, Rodgers completed 63% of his pass, 3,897 yards, 28 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. I mean, yeah, hey, that's not too bad, right? 90.5 passer rating. His passer rating was the lowest of his career since becoming a starter in 2008. Now he is coming back, right, from the Achilles injury now, too. Giants are able to wait until Rodgers hits free agency rather than sending assets in a trade. Maybe he could be viewed as a cheaper bridge option. So the Giants are severely lacking all over the depth chart. So there's not a whole lot of optimism that Rodgers would make enough of an impact. I don't. Absolutely not. I mean, the thing is, it's like, if they're like one guy away, right? I mean, if they need a quarterback or something like that, I mean, maybe, but they need so much. And it's like, even if they brought him in, we're not even talking a lot. We're talking just a year, two. I mean, how many years are you planning on getting out of him, right? I mean, is he going to make that much of a difference? I mean, are you going to win maybe a couple more games because he's in? Yeah, quite possibly, sure, absolutely. But he's also, he's starting to get to this point. Even Tom Brady retired, right? So. He was 97 when he retired, but sooner or later you start, his last year in the pros, he was not super, he was not as good as he used to be, right? So along the line, it's going to start going downhill, right? And it's like one of those things, if you needed, if you had like everything in place, if you had everything, right? And you had a good offensive line that could protect them, you had a good running game, right? And you just need Rodgers just to, right? I mean, the 64% completion percentage is not phenomenal, but 28 touchdowns. I mean, Giant fans take 28 touchdown passes in a heartbeat, right? Only 11 interceptions, right? But especially what he's going to want as far as pay too. I mean, wow. And also got, let's see here. Is this the same one here? Most analysts believe that the Giants will double dip by adding a veteran while also using a pick in the 2025 NFL draft on an incoming rookie. Could the veteran be Rodgers? Seth Trockman of Yardbarker believes so, as he's predicted the 41-year-old to land with Big Blue. Remains to be seen if Rodgers will retire this offseason, but he probably couldn't resist another starting opportunity in the spotlight. Giants are desperate to win now after retaining Brian Dable and Joe Schoen. Rodgers couldn't even have to sell real estate to go from the Jets to the Giants. Rodgers isn't the MVP caliber quarterback he used to be in Green Bay. With that said, he would technically be an upgrade over what the Giants have had under center during the last two seasons. Shane would have to decide whether Rodgers would be worth losing his job over, because he probably would. Because if a move like this doesn't work out, he will certainly be looking for a new job in 2026. Yeah. No, I'm not. I don't. I think that would be a big boo boo to bring Rodgers in. Absolutely not. What I would like to see is if the Giants, even if like say I mean, I don't want it to happen, but even if like the season bombs out, right? What's up, buddy? No, 3-peat. There is a God. But I mean, even if like Shane and Dave would get fired after this season, right? I would much rather see if they're going to spend $40 million, just say, right, on Rodgers. I would much rather have them bring in 2 free agents. I don't know who that would be, right? I mean, go out and get a top-notch corner back for $20 million and get like a top-notch offensive lineman for $20 million, right? And sign him to like a 3-year deal or something, 3-4-year deal or whatever, right? Build up the right, add another quality or a defensive stud or defensive tackle next to Sexy Dexy or something like that. They're going to spend $40 million, bring some pieces in, right? That'll be here for 3 or 4 years instead of Rodgers for like 1 or 2 years, right? Help build the team, right? I would much rather see the Giants do that with extra money.